creation, a world on the brink. In the age of sorrows, dangers abound, and cataclysms loom on the horizon. But it is not without heroes. The Exalted, those chosen and empowered by the mightiest of the gods, are all around the world. They have, and can, pull it back from the precipice of oblivion. That is when they are too busy fighting each other. Now, Chills as Aura.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Korak as Lathander.
Did you know?
Alatos as Gavel, the hammer of the Yozi.
Spider equal plant.
And Gimmerex as everyone else. A Devil Star! In this corner of creation, at this time of day, localized entirely within the Dreaming Sea.
Yes.
May I see it?
No.
Must band together to save the Dreaming Sea, and perhaps reality itself, from the greatest that creation has ever known. All this and more on FateBreakers. Alright, we have another live taste test. Korak, what are you eating?
I did. Okay, so it's not a live taste test, but I can tell you that I made a chicken rice and green bell pepper dish with a mango puree on top, with a little bit of butter and milk in the mango puree to make it a little bit more of a sour taste.
I was just shitposting. That actually does sound pretty good.
It's okay. Oh, also I had baby bella mushrooms in it too.
Not much of a mushroom person, but to each their own.
You see, I have to get reconnected with the hive.
Yeah, that happens. Your children have been off screen for far too long.
Yeah, also, did you know that the human brain has more in common with mushrooms than it does with other animals?
Yes, I do. I think I actually remember hearing precisely that.
And that it might be because that apes ate magic mushrooms, to which then expanded our not corneal, but expanded our brain synapses, essentially, which then allowed us to become who we are, which is why there is not any other sentient animals around, because we're basically mushrooms.
Oh, good to know. On that front, let's talk with someone who knows a lot of hidden secrets just like that. Meteor of Sparking Force, what happened last time? Oh, now is when you bother to use me actual name!
Yes.
Oh, no. Shut up, you. I'm talking to the fucking narrator.
No.
Ma'am, I think your accent's drifting a little. It doesn't matter, I'm not actually from Ireland. I'm from this fictional setting that you are absolutely ruining.
No.
No. I am not talking to you, Korak, you die cunt.
Yes.
Aye, I've hit you with the serve and mute button. That ought to do him.
No.
Okay, I'm not actually going to keep that server mute button. Meteor, please stop futzing with the Discord control interfaces. You're making things way more confusing than they should be.
Yes.
Hey,
Oh
don't disconnect Korak from this call.
Oh, goodness.
No.
Alright, 1 second.
Yes.
Gotta drag him back from the ether.
Hello?
Alright, well,
hello?
are you going to cooperate at all? Are you going to tell anyone what happened last time? No. Strictly out of spite. I really need to find people... Oh, god damn it. I really need to find people better at these
I hope
recaps.
you know that I was about to go and join my friends playing a game. If you did that to me again, I will leave.
Well, that would be a little unfortunate. As I take a sip of water, anyone want to give a quick recap?
No.
Last time we had a battle between... Who was it? It was against two of the... Was it the Dragon Bloods?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was two Dragon Bloods. And we found out... our characters didn't find this out, but we, the players, found out that Spider had a little run-in with a Sidereal, and that did not end well.
No.
Because Spider got turned into a plant who has the same cast mark.
Yes.
Yeah, the cast mark is all that is leaving him recognizable as Spider right now.
No.
Mm-hmm.
However, you guys did manage to succeed in, breaking through the defensive lines of Madara and helping to liberate the city is what you're saying to yourselves right now, and there is definitely merit to that take because they were taken over economically via cultural victory shit by, the Empire of Prasad.
Yes.
Not to say you didn't, there was still warfare and fucked up shit that happened, but not everyone is completely opposed. It is kind of liberating Vicky France, effectively. Unfortunately, that is not the only thing Prasad had at its employ, as Meteor, that Secrets cast Sidereal, who, until this exact moment has gone unnamed, is present and is, loosing something that has not come up before, and actually has not officially been statted out yet in Exalted, so I'm running a little bit by ear and making shit up. A Devil Star has been torn from the sky and is hurtling right towards all of you guys. It looks quite a bit like this.
Let's see what we got.
Looking up the exact Elden Ring boss. Posting
no.
into the Discord. This thing skitters to a halt and lands in front of all of you.
Oh no.
It stops right before it would impact the whole town and leave a giant crater. It dramatically slows and gently slides and skids to a stop.
Yes.
Into a perfect... Korak, please. I'm trying to do a dramatic narration for the audience.
No.
Let me gather my shit and restart this fucking monologue, goddammit! Yes, it is indeed, the bug. This creature is the biggest thing you've ever seen, I should note. Beyond the size of your island behemoth, beyond the size of, the super kraken that the other lunar took, Stinger, beyond anything else you've seen, this is a fucking titan. It's the size of a fucking Godzilla. It may or may not be doing a funny dance. That's its idle animation.
goodness.
As it lands, the Sidereal folds her arms behind her back as her sign of Jupiter cast mark is glowing. Now please state for the record what you're doing here exactly. The monster leans backward against a building wall, crushing it immediately, and just kind of looks at its fingernails. Hey! Hi! I'm asking you a question!
No.
I am under no obligation to answer any of your queries, now am I? I am merely here to serve penance. And you see the fucking star monster make finger quotes? Now what is it you require me to do? Speak plainly and swiftly. Time is, of course, limited. She just points at all of you. Kill!
6 billion demons?
Is that in character?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Yes.
The Ashen One. Now, I should note, in terms of moat and anima upkeep, everyone keep your moat and anima totals that you had from the last session.
Okay.
And right before... This is effectively the introduction cutscene before launching into Phase 2 of the Madara Assault, as this fucking giant star monster is, leaning over you and having some major fucking analog horror vibes. The actual appearance of the Tsumitsu Mitsi that I posted. I'll just send a forward into this. I'll just repost that again here because it is a cross between that Elden Ring Astral boss and this thing.
Oh!
Head made of a crystalline skull, eyes growing places where eyes definitely should not be, a headdress made out of what looks like all 5 colors of jade, and you don't think snakes should be coming out of there?
Hmm.
Now then, I do notice that the enemy has an eclipse in attendance, but as they have already initiated violence, that means the protections are moot, are they not? Yes, go ahead and just fight them already! No. I would at least like to set the mood before engaging in dramatic conflict. First of all, I will just note how terrible a job you've done of safeguarding the world. That's neither here nor there of... Well, yes, it is here and there, because I and my brethren have been staring down from the firmament for eons, looking as all of you have your petty little squabbles when our ilk, as the right stars, could have actually fixed this shit.
Are they Joe stars?
No.
Okay. So they're not the right stars.
No.
They're the left stars.
Oh, one other thing I'll note is... you feel like this thing should be a creature of darkness aura. Keyword
But
there
it ain't.
being should.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Inexplicably, it is not giving off that kinds of energy of being condemned by the sun, and your flame piece is not reacting to it.
What was the question?
I'm just saying, by all accounts and everything you've heard bits and pieces of about these creatures, is this should be a creature of darkness. Should being the operative word.
That can't be good.
And yet, it's not reacting, and in narrative terms, for whatever reason, perhaps to be discovered later in play, the Devil Star does not count as a creature of darkness. So your super effective solar tags do not work on her. At the moment.
Oh, no.
Make your introduction.
All
Make
right.
your introductions if I am to fight you. I would bring tales of what could be improved on the next run back to my kin.
Right. Let's see. Gavel, is it possible that we might be able to mail in Jeffrey and get him into this fight so we can have an even playing field? No? Oh. Well,
I think we left Jeffrey behind already.
regardless,
Nue bamps in. I could do my thing, but that's a
Go
goddamn
right.
Devil Star. That takes it into in order to actually kill it, I would need... That shit's not easy, I mean. Like, there's a reason...
what the hell is a Devil Star?
There's a reason we had to lock them away instead of killing all of them back in the day. Those things are fucking durable. Yes, as you would expect your normal stars to be, we are far superior in every way. This whole time, by the way, she has been shining
Alright.
with starlight. This is... the Sidereal pulled a literal star from the sky down to beat you guys up. There is a
Jokes on
blank
them.
hole where one of the stars used to be. She turns and pivots to Lythander. And then to Aura, and then to Gavel, then to Nue, and then to just stare at all the Ashen Ones, who are immediately going to make a route check.
Oh boy.
Just from seeing this fucking thing. So Gavel, roll and Fortitude plus War to keep your men steady. And any charms
Okay.
against route checks of assorted difficulties come into play.
Does this count as a social influence by chance?
Yes.
I would like to
I would
activate
like-
my aura.
I would like to activate my charm, Fearless Vanguard technique. Exalt soldiers gain a 2 success bonus to resolve against social influence that would frighten, distract, or confuse them so long as she leads them. If she is present when her battle groups make route checks, she gains 2 successes to the roll, which does not apply to the dice limit. She reduces the penalty to flurry actions to commander troops by 1.
Yeah, go ahead, and that's applicable here.
And I would like to, where is it? Oh, wait, no, that doesn't help here.
And you said force plus war, yes?
Fortitude plus 4.
Fortitude plus 4, okay.
Alright, so my anima should be active.
Yes.
And actually, I'm gonna spend another mode to add an excellency for war.
Alright, as you roll, that'll actually turn off my AC. It's too loud and interfering with the recording.
By the way, Rex, I had to ask, what happens to committed motes when we go into this kind of thing? Like when we go from a combat scenario directly into another?
Those motes stay committed until you uncommit them and use them for something else or spend them.
Wonderful. I don't have to spend the opening turn turning on any of the things that I currently have.
Alright, let me do a counter roll from the Tsubitsi.
That is 8 successes in total with the Fearless Vanguard technique. Oh my goodness.
8 successes, defenders win ties, and you count as a defender in this circumstance.
Hey.
Remember when they... Remember fighting Octavian? Remember
No.
fighting Iolda?
No.
Yeah.
This lady's closer to the latter in terms of the power scale of sheer presence and the realization that, hey, one of the stars in the sky is about to try and fucking murder all of you.
I've dealt with worse. By
You
myself.
actually... Well, the Ashen Ones haven't, even if you personally have, and... There's only so much that supernatural... that the training of an Exalt can go into when you're fighting down a foe of this scale and power, especially Nue's comments about, yeah, we couldn't kill this thing, ring out.
Yeah, but I disrespected that thing that that entire goal was to throw me into the stars.
Yeah, you did do that, but that was the Stars of Hell, which is another batch of eggs entirely. This is the Stars of Normal creation. In any
So they're
case,
weaker.
it's appropriately Stargazer who rallies the crowd when he points at you. What? Oh, yes, it's the child who I granted sorcery to. The entire Ashen Ones turned to Stargazer. You've been... Why are... You're the guiding... Why are you... Unfortunate as it is, I'm afraid I must strike you down. The bondings of such... I am obligated to do one task for this agent of heaven. And as she says this, her entire voice is so venomous that the air starts to rapidly evaporate around her and change the entire humidity of the environment. It is now much more dry. Despite this being a portside town. I don't suppose there's any prayers that we could offer that... No. No, there is not.
So there's just a bunch of curses to say, then.
So we couldn't kill this thing back in the original.
Back in the First Age, no.
In the First
Yeah,
Age.
but we're much stronger than we were in the First Age.
Any
We
chance
learned
could
so
send it
much
back
about
where it
human
went?
things.
We send it back where it came from?
Unfortunately, killing the Sidereal who summoned me here would not banish me. Hey! You didn't say I couldn't talk about the terms of the contract, now did you?
What about sucking you off?
She turns to Lythander.
Oh no.
What was that you said? No, repeat what you said. I'm
did.
curious. What about sucking me off? And she raises
Yeah, like in that one book where people go to Tempid Meshu by being sucked off. I'm making a good place reference.
Okay. She raises 2 gigantic fingers, and the camera goes to her perspective as she is very gingerly trying to, size Lythander between her fingertips. And then she just looks down at her skirt. I'm sorry, but you're not big enough.
Oh.
I could be any size you want.
So, hold on a moment. You're saying there is, in fact, a contract that brought you here.
As pertinent to my parole, yes.
Right. And if that contract were to get voided somehow, what would happen?
Nothing that you could do could void that contract, I'm afraid.
Oh, that's where you might be wrong. We have a lawyer here.
Yes, we do, and she's standing right there preparing to use her supernatural martial arts to do some horrid things to all of you.
Yeah, I doubt that she could hurt us.
Camera pans over to Meteor again, who has still not introduced herself in fucking
Kamen
character.
Rider,
Very secrets cast of her. What was that?
Kamen Rider, Meteor Storm.
Not quite. She crosses her hands and looks down at all of you. One last time, leave or die. I know what all you lot's answer are, but I'm at least wanting to put the offer on the table before removing all the pieces from play.
I can't believe you
I
want
think
racism to win.
if us dying is in would occasion the finality of the accord with this star, with this demon star, I believe that could be arranged.
Oh no, you misunderstand what I
And
mean. Actual death. Your heart stopping the beating, your souls re-entering the cycle of reincarnation. Actual for real death and not any of that fake bullshit.
Wait, so...
Or did
Oh,
you
if
think
you
you
can-
could pull that
Well,
loophole
if your
twice?
contract-
We could. I mean, you didn't state in the contract. You just said death.
Well,
You didn't say for realsy death.
Well, you haven't seen the contract, now have you?
So you just committed a
That's
verbal
alright.
contract,
I'll take
which
it from...
in most areas of
Alright.
Prasad is legally binding. And
Yes,
aren't we
but we're
not in
under the
Prasad?
court of heaven
Oh.
right now.
In Prasad.
Alright.
No.
Meaning
Thank you
Prasad's
for
jurisdiction
the summation.
outranks it. According to own Prasadi laws.
Per my own presence, we are in the court of heaven now.
Well,
Well, then, would you
Thank
like
you for
to...
the
So,
summation
wait,
of
are
the
you an
terms.
anathema then? So, shouldn't you be joining us against the Wild Hunt?
Oh,
Aren't you included
Sidereal
in
aren't
the Wild Hunt,
anathema
then?
because we're mentioned in the Immaculate Text every now and again.
Yes, but that still means that you're saying you're above their rule. And I don't think they like that.
It's real cute you trying to catch me on some kind of logical loophole or something, implying that can stop what's gonna happen.
I mean, we might die, but all this is being broadcasted out of here.
How so?
You should know. You know everything about me, right?
No, I have no idea
God
who
damn
the
it, my bones are still
No, I
stoned.
just had the vaguest idea of some lunar trickster who's gobbling up faces en masse via trapping everyone with philosophical quandaries and cones.
Yes.
Lathander, I have a plan.
Oh, mine's just to leave, and...
By now, the Devil Star is leaning to the nearby Dreaming Sea and is just taking a big sippy.
Oh.
Drinking the salt water like it's nothing. Cupping it in her
Yeah, well-
hands and just drinking.
Yeah, well, I have a plan.
Yes, and what would that be?
Well, as far as if there's a physical contract that brought this thing here, then surely that despite what they may say, surely there's got to be a way to void it in one way or another.
Are you sure?
There's
Are you sure the contract is physical?
If it's not physical, then it can at least... then we can at least get them to, and then upon submission, we can at least get the Sidereal to explain the exact terms of the contract to us, or at least that's what I hope.
Funny thing about paperwork, love, it's filed in triplicate. I have a copy with me, yes, but you can't change it all. You can't change it without changing all the copies at once, and one's all the way back upstairs.
I've got friends upstairs.
Oh dear. Last I checked,
question,
you
do I know Sidereal law at all?
Give me your choice of an embassy or sagacity roll. Difficulty
You know what
7.
it's going to be.
If this works.
Well, we'll find out once you're done typing.
9.
What do you want to know, Korak?
Just Sidereal law in general. And basically any loopholes around this, such as they need to show exact filings, and if one is changed, they need to grab the other one.
The funny thing about Sidereal law is that it's just the reinforcement of Heaven's law, and effectively, the contract is much more fucking simple than they're making it out to be. In exchange for following one request that the Sidereal makes, the Devil Star is let out on parole back to roam the night sky, out of the gay baby jail constellation they're imprisoned in.
Okay.
The loophole, then, is that there actually is wiggle room in quote-unquote doing what the Sidereal wants. And in terms of that, she didn't specify a time span on which she has to kill you. When you're on your deathbed might be a valuable interpretation of that.
Gotcha. So, excuse me, what was her name again? The Devil Star? I'm sorry.
She looks up from her water. You need to add more salt to the ocean. It's far too sweet.
Understandable. I will, as soon as we are done here, I will pour my container of salt in there. Might not be enough, but
my title. Yes, you made your length. Sorry, I am still used to using this language. My name is the Constellation of Broken Crowns.
Well, hello there, Constellation of Broken Crowns. I offer her the bottle of infinite whatever you want to drink.
She once again looks, and it is way too fucking small. It is the size of, like, a fingernail to her.
I will say, do you mind if I pour some of this down your throat? You wanted saltier water, right?
Yes, although I should note that, in theory, I should be able to just start attacking at any moment now. I am only hearing you out due to curiosity and seeing if you can entertain me.
Oh no, I understand that. I mean, that contract states that you can kill us on our deathbed.
See, here's the issue about this, is if I wipe the board clean now, then we could get back to fixing this broken pile and letting the rest of my kin out of jail.
You think that they'd let your kin out of jail? You think that they wouldn't try to manipulate things going on so that they don't actually have to fulfill their contract? Have you met a Sidereal?
Yes, unfortunately I have, but she has me by the everything right now.
Oh, so if we were to snip her, let's say, you would still be free.
Yes.
And you'd be able to do your own machinations without any harm to yourself or your brethren, correct?
Under normal circumstances, yes, but I'm afraid, while in the context of this conversation, she has already started weaving destiny and bringing us to blows. There is no future in which we do not fight.
that's where you're wrong. You're the one who makes your own future. She does not have the spiders, does she?
There is a brief comedic camera cut up front where we reveal that she does in fact have the spiders, and they are doing Destiny Project workings upon this town right the fuck now. Cut back down to creation. About that.
I mean, the spiders have been wrong before.
I should note that there is more than one kind of death, however.
You're right, I am a virgin.
The issue being the size quantity here. I have been told of growers and showers, but there is a difference between that and... She just gestures down at her building-sized body.
I would like to use my kaiju form.
Do you have Mountainous Spirit Expression as a charm?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How big are you? Are you just gonna assume your form but big?
Yeah.
Alright.
Better?
She looks
I'm
down
about
at
her
you.
size. Or how big is she, technically?
Kaiju.
Okay, I am about a kaiju size.
Now that I get a closer look at you, I'm afraid you're not my type. Sorry.
That's fair. I offer the flask still.
The flask, she takes a quick chug of it. I really should have specified a timetable on which this shit starts. No. This is still part of the preamble before the conflict.
Exactly. You can't have a war without a meeting.
Yes. There needs to be, rising action and quiet drama scenes in between the dramatic fights here. That's a universal.
Exactly. I mean, you have to have we have to have our call to action. That hasn't even happened yet.
Now, I should note, how interested are you in a polycule?
Sure.
Perhaps making some constellations of... No! I'm cutting that shit out right now! You are not fucking the enemy!
But there's the war!
Do you have any
I
idea
should've
how
known.
lonely it is in the prison of stars? I have been drier
May I
than this
crave-
desert!
May I quote something? Arise. This is... Welcome to Sister Leveling, the solo leveling bridge series.
Alright, fine. If you want to play hard to get, then I'll take control myself. And let me go ahead and pull up the funny poem for this Sidereal martial art style.
Is there any
One sec.
counters?
Since you guys have been dawdling around so much, you have effectively been letting her do this.
I was dawdling around. I'm not sure what the other people were doing.
Okay, I'll give everyone else a chance to react. As you see,
Because they never interjected with anything I did.
you actually don't see her move. She, spends a mote on the charm Invisible Motion to just not even teleport. She's just bending space to just be there immediately next to, on the shoulder of this giant here. As she is going to activate the Border of Kaleidoscopic Logic, form charm.
Alright. I will attempt to spend 2 motes to engage Living Wind approach.
You'll need that, yeah.
So I can move up to where she is and challenge her in combat before she starts doing that.
Okay.
Gavel, what are you doing?
What am I doing indeed?
Then I will I guess we should roll join battle.
Yeah, you really should.
Indeed.
Actually, let me
I
just
will
look.
roll to seduce. Five.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the fucking poem. The poems are just fun shit for me, honestly. Okay, yeah, there we go. Alright. Four maidens walked through the door, to a room where each found her most favorite foods. Also, there was all they ever wanted. Toys and games, companions, tales of wonder, tools for beauty, and release from obligation. So much for freedom. Everything is somewhere else. Here, there is nothing. Why stay? Go find everything. These shit's getting more... this is everyone's joined battle, I take it.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. She's being too preoccupied being smitten. And now for Meteor.
Yeah, Meteor did pretty well. That's a 7.
Meteor is in fact too mad to not go first, I think. As the exact microsecond Aura is able to get up to her, she points at you. Nope, Wretched Devil Stylist. I know you're shite, you're way too dangerous in close combat. We can't have you setting all your shite on fire. As she spends a mote to activate, scrolling down to the charm name in my notes right here. Implement Confusion Him. Reading out what this does.
I wanted to say something terrible. I was gonna say, good thing it's a her.
Yes. The Sidereal may move up to twice her essence in tags between any weapon within short range. This can result in concealable dicloves, flexible chakrams, or pulling flame pieces. Additionally, the strange physics of these items causes the defender's defense to be reduced by 1, unless the weapon can normally have that tag. So, she is removing, flame, balanced, and, ranged from your flame piece, and is instead replacing it from the, qualities from her diclove. Scrolling down to the Panoply section, your flame piece is now melee, and instead of balanced, it now has piercing, and also natural/worn. As all of a sudden your flame...
Wait,
What's up?
she changed my weapon?
Yeah, she changed her weapon's properties.
Wasn't the weapon a literal demon in there, though?
Yep, and that demon is screaming in agony as it's being warped.
What is this, Warhammer?
As all of a sudden...
God damn it, that's another thing. That's another 4 years of therapy you just gave this thing.
And she...
You're gonna have to do to get this thing back on track.
She's doing that as step 1 of a withering attack against you, I should note. And as she is doing this, she will also be doing a flurry for 2 actions to also activate Shared Denial Canticle. As I actually misspoke, she's doing a build power. She's doing 2 build power actions.
Can you normally not do that?
If you flurry actions together, you can. This is what Aura does all the time.
Gotcha, so that is actually only 5 successes then.
That was the joint battle roll, not the
Gotcha.
not the action.
Gotcha, my bad.
And you can only flurry 2 actions
Yes.
together, right? Okay,
You max
so
it.
they flurry this. So they flurry the charm with the build power action.
The build power action, the swapping tags is step 1 of the build power action. And they'll be doing a second build power action with another charm as step 1. In this place, it is just doing.
So if you flurry it, you get 2 step 1s.
Yes. Because it's 2 actions.
Just to check.
Hang on. using her secondary pool for this. Oh my.
Oh, goodness.
As she generates from the ether 7 minus 3, so 4 power. And for the second one, she activates a Shared Denial Canticle. I'm just gonna go post that charm, as she also points up Aura and is gonna do fucking this to you. Yeah, scrolling up, copy image, and she points to you and just says, I'm not going to fight. Neither will you. She's doing all the fighting. Commit or emote and choose a target of equal or lesser essence within long range. The Sidereal enumerates a list of things they could but will not do, and the target is prohibited from doing the same unless they succeed at Force plus Integrity, difficulty 7. If the target succeeds, the Sidereal may also resume performing the prohibited behavior.
So wait, did she just say that she's
All
not
right,
gonna fight?
allow me to check if I have anything for that. No, that's not it.
Because you just gave us the funniest thing with that, Rex. You just made this an instant win.
How do you mean?
She said she wasn't going to fight.
At 3 resolve.
Oh, no, that she can't directly fight.
Yeah, so with me
At
talking
3
to
resolve
the
against Instill Weaken.
to Constellation over here.
Well, we'll see about that.
Okay, is she doing anything to...
At
It's
3
not her turn
resolve
yet.
against Instill-
No, I mean, is she doing anything else to manipulate her?
Stay tuned.
Okay, because that would be technically a direct conflict then, with what she just
Nope.
said.
This isn't a persuade action.
No.
Okay. The persuade influence, command the modes. The end of this charm to get a major intimacy opposed to the persuader's intent. I don't have anything that's like. I don't have any charms that just straight up boost my resolve.
The Integrity Excellency boosts your resolve by half. Can be used to boost your resolve.
It's true. That's what I'm what I was planning on.
Yeah,
doing.
but for this you need to do a
Just-
a reflexive roll for that.
That's fine. I still roll 15 from this, and I can tap, and I can make and I can also try for a stunt. Well, normally I would keep my hands off when there's particular legal business involved, but there's a particular situation that doesn't quite sit right with me. There are terms to a contract of which concerns us and that have not been familiar to me. And it's in my best interest to get you to detail the terms of that contract. And if I have to use force to get that far, then I'm willing to go through with that.
Add the stunt. That's a pretty decent speech.
No matter what you say.
We can have you take the first. We can have you take the first turn now that she's done, if you want.
All right, that's probably passed. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep,
successes.
you fucking break out of that no fighting charm right the fuck away.
Oh, wow.
The downside being is that now she can do the same.
That's fine.
Oh, I forgot to roll her second build power action. One moment.
Both of those with a penalty. right?
Yep. Flurry penalty on this one. No successes, so she only has the 4 power.
Cool. All right. How far close? I did spend some motes to try and get as close as possible. to
She
her.
is on a...
How close am I?
You are within short range of her. She is on a rooftop right now, and she does have partial cover from one of the parapets. She's just kind of crouched behind, surveying the whole battle.
Within short range of her?
Lightning speed, man.
Okay, right, yeah. Okay, let's see. I thought I might be within close range actually.
Nope, there's a little bit of
let's
distance
see.
between you still, mainly because of her sidereal bullshit teleportation magic. meaning that she did.
And my weapon is a melee weapon.
Yes.
So I have and it has piercing instead of flame, and something warm.
Natural
Balance
instead of balanced. So the overwhelm's decreased by 2, I think.
Overwhelm's decreased by 2. What does natural
Can't
give me instead?
Natural means it can't be disarmed. Oh, sorry. It's decreased by 1 overwhelm and 1 damage.
Oh, shit. Alright. In that case, it can't be disarmed. That's good.
You could still use your Righteous Devil Charms through it in melee.
And can I aim it?
Yes.
Okay, good. In that case, I'll start with some, since my motes are still committed, I'll start with a flurry on some actions first. First things first, I'll spend 1 mote for a where is it? I know the name of it is right here. Living Wind Approach. Exalt instantly travels the distance that they could move with the reflexive or simple movement action, ignoring any obstacles or hazards between them and their destination.
Oh, by the way, one
arrive.
other thing I forgot about. Sorry. For if death is on the line, there is automatically 2 votes in favor of yes. If one player agrees that death is on the line, then it is on the line, as a result of the evocation from the weapon that Meteor nicked from Yoktan.
No.
Alatos?
3 power, 2 ammo for free. Correct?
We can make the anima doesn't do anything for at least me.
And
we can make up the power gap easily.
Yeah, we kept, especially since we keep it from last time as well.
Not the power, no, just the anima.
Yes.
Yeah, not the power.
Alright, but hear me out though.
Yeah.
When
But the
have we
anima
ever
is
had
still
death on the line
is
ever?
still with us.
Like once, I think?
Yeah, at least once I
Wasn't
think
it a
we had
better
it.
fight overall?
At least one time. No. The advantages are so little that I don't think it
Yeah,
would
but it
make
was
much
more
sense.
so we had to be careful.
I know, but I'd rather be careful by choosing not to put death on the line. That's
yeah,
how
but
careful I
then we
want
can
to
kill the
be.
Sidereal, and that means that if
Well,
I get
you could
my
kill
lucky...
You could kill the Sidereal in theory, outside of dramatic injuries. If death wasn't off the line, that's a player-facing thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because every single time I actually would have killed somebody, they just said, no, I'm not dead.
You exploded the Dragon Blood last time.
Yeah, but they don't matter. They didn't matter to the plot. It's funnier when I kill something that matters to your plot, and that you have to then think.
That's what the dramatic injury system is for, giving players a victory while still keeping things possible for your notes in the future.
That's fair.
Yes. That's why I want to go with no.
No, fine.
Alright, in that case, she'll be able to beat the fucking shit out of you and leave dramatic long-standing injuries, but she won't be able to kill you. The Ashen Ones, however, are not so protected.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, she just touches the Ashen Ones. It's
all
over
right.
for her.
Continuing with my turn. How does one have concealment from a melee weapon?
Ducking behind a pillar. Although the concealment would only work from
The pillar I'm standing.
The
right
concealment
next
would
to.
only the cover would only work from range in this instance. So, yeah, if you jump into close combat with her, then you can in fact hit her normally with that. But you also have the sidearm you could conjure, I think, too.
It's true, but I'd rather be able to use my Righteous Devil style attacks. But in this case, let's go ahead and start with We're going to reflexive aim with the move action. Phantom Arrow is active, so I am reducing the flurry penalty from this attack by 1 down to 2, and I am also adding an additional Overwhelm to replace the one that was lost, and I'm getting +6 accuracy from this attack. In addition, this is going to be a Withering attack, so I will probably just... Let's see, what can I do with Withering attacks? Not too much, honestly. I can always just use it on the excellency to put myself a dice cap. And see where we go from here. Still have 3 accuracy on this, so it should give us a lot of power. Or at least try to put us at power cap right away. Let's see what else we got. Close range. 3 dice at close range, 2 at short, 1 at medium. Accuracy and damage by 1 against creatures of darkness. Trying to figure something out. Oh, and of course, if their power is lower than my force, they can't. If their power is lower than 5, they can't.
In response,
move away from me.
In response, she commits 3 motes to activate fucking this.
Oh boy.
Going into the Discord again, now that I have copy-pasted this fucking nightmare ability. Feel free to read this out as I take a sip of water.
Okay, and on step 4, combat or in response to an influence action, commit 5 motes for the Exalt to become a non-entity. The Exalt dematerializes and people forget they were even there in the first place. The Exalt cannot be subject of an attack, touch, or social influence for the duration of this charm. You may only use the border of kaleidoscopic logic charms while in this state. They may only... the Exalt is immune to any hazard that hasn't been created by magic, such as a spell, charm, or quality. This effect lasts until the Exalt reclaims her motes. Reduce the motes cost by 2. So she just nopes out.
You have no fucking idea who you were shooting at, either.
Uh-oh. And I get no power from this.
Unfortunately, because you shot at thin air.
Alright, so turn over, I guess. Enemies go.
Yeah, sorry about that. There are ways to, in theory, attack her if you have Spirit Cutting Glance, and attacks that can affect dematerialized entities, however. However, her essence is higher than yours, so Wayward Divinity Oversight does not proc for Gavel.
Alright.
Actually, all of you guys make a Fortitude Integrity roll to see if you can remember that there was a Sidereal here. This includes Gavel because this bypasses your immunity to normal arcane fate. And I'll have Nue make a roll too.
And then what was the specific things again?
If you have Spirit Cunning Glance active, you can notice that there's a Sidereal using whack-ass magics to be here while not actually existing.
I will commit 1 mote for the scene to activate Spirit Cutting Glance.
I will activate 1 mote for the scene to activate Spirit Cutting Glance as well.
Both of you can tell that there's a fucking... Alright, there's someone with a Sidereal cast mark there. You have no idea who the fuck this person is, although, Lythander, you realize someone's fucked with your memories.
Again, and I have perfect memory.
Yes, except when someone fucks with it. Counting the elephant's wrinkles means you automatically know when memories have been tampered with. This is a Sidereal using a more advanced version of the make people forget I existed trick in terms of making the world forget they exist.
Gotcha.
She is effectively no clipping outside of reality.
Question, how do I, ratio this?
You have that charm that could drag people back into material reality.
I do?
Yeah, it's one of the first charms you started out with at the top of your sheet, I think.
I could have...
Let's see. Flawless, impenetrable, great. Oxford tape. Manifold Hunter's Tactics. No. Shattered Cup Fury. Theft of Memory. Shattered Casting. What was the name of it?
It's a performance. It's a performance or presence charm, if memory serves. 1 second. No, not Red Tiger Symmetry. We need to keep better track of her shit.
I should. I haven't been. I don't know. I've been tired and not really.
Spirit Manifesting Word, I think, is the name of it.
Yes, I do have it. I don't think I put anything down on it, but I will activate that charm.
It takes. You have to wait until your turn for
Gotcha.
that. You can take your turn now if you want, though.
Anybody have any objections?
I don't have any objections.
And Chills already went, so sure.
All right. I believe
Wait,
this
did
does
Chills
require...
go already? I think they did.
Yeah, Chills took the first turn.
Okay.
Yeah, spend a mote and influence action demands someone materialize to get the fuck back in here.
Gotcha.
Increased by the spirit's essence rather than by virtues or intimacies. So this is going to be a difficulty 9 sagacity or performance roll, your choice. And if you want to think of a funny stunter, if you have if you have any intimacies towards Sidereals or Heaven, then this would qualify here for the additional lunar dice bonus.
This is for a social roll to persuade, right?
Yes.
Alright, and we are Essence 4, right?
Yep.
Alrighty.
So that's 4 auto
That
successes from your anima,
is,
then. Holy shit!
14 successes.
Oh my.
Okay, without assumption, motes are forcibly uncommitted, as all of a sudden Meteor is dragged the fuck back into reality in close range to Aura again.
Oh, no, you don't.
And all of you remember that she's here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, for a solid 2 seconds you forgot who you're fighting, and then Lythano just used the @ sign on Discord.
Hey, yo! You posted Bridget on timeline?
You posted hole on Madara.
Thank you for...
It is unclear where you are in relation to a potential Devil Star upskirt. Anyway.
Hey, yo.
Well, you are in your kaiju size
That
right
is
now,
true,
so that's not gonna happen for you. In any case, it is now broken. It is now Connie's turn for short. Connie is going to use the power transfer to. She starts every round with 10 power as a result of one of her hilariously powerful qualities that I gave her. Transfer 6 of that power to Meteor, putting her at cap, and then is going to spend 2 motes on Principle of Motion to take another action.
Have you ever experienced the motion of the ocean?
She did, yeah, when she was doing the big sippy on it earlier. She is going to be using the Ensnare Gambit on Gavel.
And not the giant person right in front of him?
Well, before any of that, I was ordered to deal with the demon first.
Oh, honey, have you seen my horns?
This is versus Gavel's defense, I believe. 7 successes. The Exalt prevents the target from taking any movement actions. This lasts for the rest of the round, plus 1 round per extra success. Okay, so your defense is 5, if memory serves, so...
Correct.
You are pinned in place for 3 rounds. You can attempt to break free with a successful close combat roll equal to the difficulty to the extra successes.
Okay.
Or you could just keep on punching this thing.
All of a sudden, you are surrounded by the laser cage from the end of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay.
As a bunch of stellar magics and tiny little white-hot pinpricks of burning light begin orbiting you like a cage.
Kingdom Hearts.
It would probably it would vaporize any mortal it's around. As an demigod, this is only very painful.
Okay.
You are getting full body pins and needles from this.
Ew.
And it cost her 3 power to do that at Gambit, so she's down to 1 power, and you are long range away from her and medium range away from the Sid at the rooftops. Right now, the lion's share of the battle is taking place by the ocean. It's now player action. It could be Ashen Ones or Gavel.
I want to see what the Ashen Ones do first. I'm curious.
The Ashen Ones are going to attempt to build power via maneuvering, via using all of their psychic powers combined to try and tip this giant over and do some Gulliver's Travel shit to her. And Battle Grit Recovery does mean they were not reduced to half their size or health levels, so they have taken the few minutes to full recover. So they're back at 30 full health levels again. Okay. Everyone had enough time to sufficiently catch their breath, and their supernatural healing, I don't think they have full-length Exalted healing, but they definitely heal faster than normal humans, at least. Somewhere in the middle of that front. 9d10, actually 12d10 from the drill successes. They still get the overwhelm. The overwhelm, unfortunately, doesn't apply for just build power, so... They do get the drill bonus successes, though, so... Who wants 4 power? I think it makes the most sense. Alright. I think they would split it up in this case between 2 to Aura and 2 to Lythander, because Lythander is on mega size and melee range right now.
I have no close combat.
You could pour power into range combat, though.
I have no range combat.
You have spells, Glorious Exalted Bolt.
Yeah, I know, which is still active.
Mm-hmm. Alright, that is now, the second enemy action is going to be, Meteor again. As she, now that she's back in existing again, she rolls her eyes. Alright, fine, if that trick won't work, it's not like the bag is fully empty right now. Korak, do you have some funny thing you were gonna make, given that you were sliding right up to the mic? No? Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Give me 1 second here. Oh, shoot. I need to get this off of Bluetooth.
Phrasing. What? Oh. Ha! Oh, because she's Scottish. Or Irish, I'm sorry.
And it's all out of the bag now.
Alright, yeah, I figured out what she is going to do. She rolls her shoulders and is going to spend 3 motes, bringing her down to, 10 left right now, I believe. Let me just mark that on her sheet. On open palm, closed mind to use the Gambit dysregulating sting on Aura.
So, I'm just curious, why does she hate us again?
She actually does it, but it's her job to fight you guys.
Why is it her job to fight us? Was she hired by Prasad?
You guys are being led by an out-and-out demon, Gavel. And you guys are also trying to topple one of Prasad's major city-states at their only major holding at the coast.
What are they, Wizards of the Coast? They sent the Pinkertons after us, didn't they?
Unfortunately, I don't think that actually works on, what's your resolve, Aura?
What's my resolve for what? Oh, my resolve is very high. It's 5.
Let me just double check exactly how gambits work. Based on based on the Gambit's power cost rather than the defender's hardness. So she does not roll high enough. Let me do the copy paste to show what this would have done to you if it had worked. As she loses 1 power due to failing the roll, she dropping her to 9 power, but whatever, that's a missed attack on her end.
When you hard, you hard.
As you just sense your entire body and sense of self just start to waver before snapping into place, out of character, this is what she was going to try and do to you. Feel free to read as I sip water.
Okay. The target cannot make attacks, clashes, grapples, or flurries for a single round. During that time, they relive their entire life in reverse, until they become unborn from the womb. At that point, they awaken and take the Exalt's essence and damage as environmental damage. Each additional success extends the time the character is in this trance by 1 round.
That could have been real fucking bad for you if it had hit.
Why does she hate me so much?
She actually doesn't. This is her job. She's focusing down.
She has a funny
She
way
knows
of
that
showing
you're
it.
the biggest threat and fucking damage dealer here from reputation alone. She's getting to you. Don't worry about it.
I was gonna say, who was the one who basically one-shot Octavian's entire army? Or actually did one-shot Octavian's entire army?
Right, in any case. It's now Gavel's turn.
Alright. So how far away am I from, Connie?
You're long range away from her. You're medium range away from Meteor, however, and you can make close attacks to medium range via spending a moat as part of it, thanks to your new Ligear boots.
Indeed. I think I will spend a mote to do that. And I'm going to use a Withering attack on Meteor.
Okay.
Please. 4 successes.
Take your overwhelm, champ.
Alrighty.
I think it should probably be 3.
Indeed it is.
Alright, you kick upward with your god-kicking boots, and a projection of your foot sails through the sky, like that one stand highway star. Unfortunately, Meteor is not into the feet picks or that one guy, and she is able to block it with a quick flick of her wrist and green essence trailing behind her. Her green is a much more vivid, bright, and forest color compared to your green, I should note. Very different shades here. Different parts of the crayon box.
So more of a verdant green.
Right.
Yes.
Though I know that
All
just means green, but...
Mm-hmm. It is now, it's now Akani's turn, who is going to... Give me a moment to think of her tactics in this instance. One moment.
All I want to do.
She's gonna try a persuade action on Lythander.
Oh. Okay.
I actually do think you are quite the interesting fellow. If you agree to become one with the cosmos, then you'll survive beyond this battle. How about it?
So, can you tell me the terms and services?
Well, let's have her roll with double 9s, as she's spending a mode on this, and then we'll find out.
Okay.
What are your virtues?
Compassion and... what is it? Wonder.
This is targeting your intimacy of wonder, so your resolve is adjusted down. Do you have any intimacies you could call on to resist being one with the cosmos?
The love of Isle de Jeffrey.
That counts. That boosts it back up by 3.
Thinking of
so
100 Venom Stingers as a son. The Neverborn wanting to release the Neverborn of suffering by more life.
Unfortunately, she rolled 7 successes total thanks to the double 9.
Okay.
Or sorry, 1, 2.
No, that's 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's 7.
Yep. Actually, your resolve is 3 if memory serves. And
Yes.
unfortunately, that is effectively, narratively speaking, this is a funny dissuade action, as she is temporarily giving you the Giga Cosmo Brain.
Say, what are the terms and conditions?
The terms and conditions is that you donate 2 motes to her.
To become one with the cosmos?
Yeah, and then you take 2 more motes from other people.
So,
And then they take 2 more motes from other people.
so what you're telling me is it's a pyramid scheme?
Yes! She roped you into her fucking pyramid scheme of essence manipulation.
I have enough motes. I guess.
And in addition...
Guess I give her 2 motes.
Yeah. In addition to that, you also gain. You can also gain a minor intimacy of of sympathy for the Devil Stars.
Oh, I'll be honest with you. I probably would have had sympathy for the Devil Stars because of being a lunar.
Right. Yeah, but that's nailed on your sheet now.
Yeah. So, sympathy, is it a major or a minor?
Just minor.
S-
Although it does mean that attacking her will be a little fraught.
Oh, I wasn't planning on attacking her ever in this.
Okay. Unfortunately, because of her alien set of values, not quite mutual.
Oh no, I understand that.
Yeah. In any case, it is now round 2. Everyone restore 1 mote except Gavilu restores 2, thanks to the infernal shit.
Alrighty.
Can you believe the infernal chat? Chat, can you believe this?
Well, one of them has to.
Mhm.
I did not
When you
when you chat the chat, when you chatters the
Alright.
chogs.
Who wants to go first? Gavel, you are still in gay baby jail
Indeed.
for 2 more rounds, but you can still attack the Sid at least. You just can't get close enough to the giant.
Yeah, I'll do another withering attack at Meteor.
All right.
All right. Let's see what we get.
Overrun. Sorry.
You are fine.
This means you can start busting out decisives on them next turn, though, and their hardness does go down by 1. So,
How hard are they now?
currently their hardness is at 6.
Okay. All right. So here, what is Aura's power at?
Or what is?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, all right. So let me do my turn. I can Glorious Exalted Burst Connie to get more power to then weaken their defenses by 1 again, and then we can. Not Connie. Sorry. I can't remember their name. You just said it, Meteora.
Yeah, it's gonna be Connie's turn next, and she weaves and bobs sideways across from Aura with enough distance in order to her anima seems to be moving a lot more vividly and wildly than a lot of other people you've met, and it's moving as almost an extension of her will. It taps against Connie as she spends 5 power to activate the Border of Kaleidoscopic Logic core ability.
That's a mouthful.
No, it's the form charm for the martial art. And it does succeed. Once again, in the interest of posting off whack-ass abilities, I will share with the squad what this does. Because unfortunately, she has just made social foo a lot harder.
Oh.
Feel
Let's
free
see.
to read. Assuming direct control.
Let's see.
No, I did not send you here to talk or flirt with the enemy. I sent you to fight. And if you won't do it, I will through you.
Okay. Goodness sakes.
And this grants the Exalt an extra action she could use each round. This is what she was using in the prior fight.
She was fighting a prior?
So their body is just gone from the fight, and now they're just
Nope, they're
inside.
controlling both her own body and Connie.
Oh, so then I would be able to hurt.
Alright, so I can still attack
Yes.
her body, right?
So wait, does this mean that I'd be able to tap the compassion towards the devil stars to hurt Meteora harder?
It means you get a bonus dice.
Yeah, so I could tap that when
Thanks to yeah,
anytime
yeah.
she does anything now. Cool.
Yeah. Because you affect the anima just immediately spreads and starts cloying all over the giant devil star, and the secret's cast mark is also flaring over her brow as it's blatantly obvious that she is hijacked. If Constellation is not going to play ball in terms of immediately killing you guys with no questions, she'll make her play ball via just puppeting her body.
Gotcha. So I am now. Now can I have now I'm going to get an intimate compassion of hatred towards of Meteora now,
Okay.
and it's going to be a principle.
All right. Player action.
How far is Meteor and for me? You said they moved far enough away.
They're still in short range, narratively speaking. They only moved, like, as a narrative flare to stretch their anima enough to do this shit.
Then I'll try to do the same thing I did the last time.
Okay.
Spend the moat, move into close, aim, go into dice cap, try to get some power.
Holy shit!
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
I think you're at
attack.
power cap now.
Yep, you're at power cap. Actually, wait, how many successes is that total counting accuracy?
Enough.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
That's only 9 power.
That's fine. That's still enough.
Okay.
Yeah, because the two, I'm guessing.
I'm assuming you just clubber on the back of your head with your strangely wooden-feeling flame piece. Like, after she's done this big martial arts move of seizing control over another person's body and cackling as she's using the power and will just remotely crush you via ratatouilleing her effectively. Just bonk! And
What if I pistol whipped you as hard as
it
possible?
turns out that works pretty well.
No one expects you with a gun to just hit somebody with it. That's when you know you're SOL.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I am going to go ahead and move to, Connie under the control of, I should note, now Connie can use her Sidereal charms using Connie's motes as a battery. Which is helpful because Connie has a total of 27 motes. I'm in danger!
What's Connie's essence?
9.
So we
goodness.
Okay. Alright, so it's a fair fight.
Connie is, about as strong as pre-injury Eolda.
Oh. We did not struggle with the old at all.
Alright,
Wait, no, Yolda wasn't injured when we fought them, oh no.
he was actually. But, she is going to, through Connie, target Lythander with a Stardust Blast attack using Words Are Not Enough Sting as a 5-cost power gambit.
Okay. Is this as to wound, or is it to...
It's a gambit.
Okay.
The target can no longer speak or use her voice for anything for the rest of the scene. This includes build power actions involving voice or influence actions. Additional successes reduce the target's resolve by 1 per success.
Did they roll that already? Is that the 7?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
Something for entire years of play, Meteor has accomplished something that no antagonist has ever done before. Getting Lysander to shut the fuck up.
Shatter Yoke Fury.
Not applicable in this instance.
Isn't it, though? Because you are oppressing...
It's not social influence, it's an attack.
That requires a social influence.
No, it only targets your resolve as a defense.
Okay. And? You are taking away a social action.
Not necessarily. You just can't speak or use your voice for anything.
Yeah, which is inherently social.
At the same time, you have the speech without words thing, don't you?
Yeah. So
shut your ass. You could still do some shit with that. As all of a sudden, a burst of stardust hits you in the throat and you stumble backward and just crickets come out of your mouth. And through the manipulation, she makes this. She gives you the shush, like Geets. That'll be enough trying to flirt with the giant monster from beyond the stars. Thank you very much.
Lythander
You can still
will,
communicate
wink
non-verbally.
And blow a kiss.
She... Even though her body is violently twitching in accordance with the Sidereal's will, the Devil Star makes a sign that might be interpreted as a wink back. Seems like she still has control of a single eyelid.
Okay.
And that... I believe that empties out her power, too. Oh, actually, hang on a second. How much did that gambit cost? Oh, right, she did it through, okay, so yeah, that brings her power down to 5. That brings the Constellation's power down to 5. Got it. Alright, player action.
Who shall it be?
Oh my god, Lysander, what are you doing?
I can't speak. I can't speak, so figure it out.
Korak, what are you doing?
Glorious Exalted burst on Meteora.
Alright, you'll need to spend an anima in order to get the range to reach her.
Alright, well, I'll be gaining anima back anyway from using it.
Yep, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Her defense is 6, so you get... And you have an accuracy of 3, so... you gain... Or, sorry, accuracy of 2, I think, if it's medium. So that's 8 power, putting you at cap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm imagining you blowing another kiss, but this one is a moon laser.
So since this is at Meteora, I just do a finger. I flip the bird.
Okay. And a bunch of beams shaped like middle fingers go at her.
Yep.
Alright, it's now, Meteora's action. As, I am going to scroll up and just have her snarl, alright, fine, I'm going to, if you want me to pull out the absolute big guns for this, I will do so. As she is going to spend, I'm scrolling up to find this, 2 motes, as one part of a withering attack to activate easily accepted proposition stance. Spend 2 motes. The Sidereal declares an event or circumstance that is likely to occur at a scene of conflict. Examples include reinforcements arriving, fortifications suddenly crumbling, or sudden hazardous weather. A significant character within the scene may choose to reject this outcome, but if they do so, they must resist an environmental hazard using integrity at difficulty 7, taking damage equal to the Sidereal's essence. As she says out loud, if you don't leave right the fuck now, Then Prasad will send all their reinforcements, including dozens of dragon bloods in. This very moment. Thus speaks fate. Anyone want to reject this? Nue will. Who has not... I forgot to have her take an action in the first round. I'll have her do that now. With the use of the lunar version of the Integrity Excellency, giving her more dice to work with here. So it's Fortitude 5... sorry, it's Fortitude 4, and then the Integrity will be boosted to 5. Yep, so 14, D10. Defenders win ties. As Nue jumps back from the front lines, leaving the battle to the rest of the demon troops for now. That has still been raging on this whole background at the very gates. She's bounding forward, glowing as she is. For the first action that she skipped in the round, she just shapeshifted into her devil body. Not her devil body, into her lunar war form, effectively, giving her the +1 dice on everything and the good damage bonuses. As she shifts into her full war form, absolutely the fuck not! And as the ripples of green essence start to spread all around, Nue grabs an ethereal gossamer thread and shreds it with her teeth, bringing the whole tapestry cracking and sundering apart.
Who knew Fate's tapestry was that easily destroyed? Who knew?
Yeah, if only a spider were here to unravel it.
I mean, if only he didn't get potted.
Planted.
Yeah. Man.
Alright, that's going to be against Aura. Your defense is 5 if memory serves. So that's going to be 6. And then her accuracy on her weapon is 2. So she gets, I believe it's Gavel and the Ashen Ones and Nue that are left.
Didn't Nue just take their action?
What?
That was a reflexive action to resist the prophecy being weaved.
Gotcha.
Thank goodness. Ashen Ones. Let's see what
Also,
they
you
got.
could tell that she kind of fucking exploded as she was doing that, except it didn't seem to affect her. Content warning: body horror. As she grabs the thread of fate and rends it apart in her teeth, her skin explodes off. Her entire body gets degloved.
Oh no!
And new skin immediately begins to grow and replace it, using her accelerated lunar healing.
Yes.
Did you really think that was gonna work on me?
Yes.
In retrospect, yes, I did. That's honestly fucking horrifying you were able to survive that. I won't stop until I helped all my friends tear your shit down. Alright, Connie is going to be, up now then. She is going to be, spending 2 motes on Principal Motion to first make a withering attack on Aura, and then a decisive attack, with the extra action flurry penalty free she gets. Alright, so...
You can flurry 2 attacks without
Principle
a
of
charm.
Motion for spirits.
It is essentially a charm that's being used.
Yes, it's essentially a charm. It's also, like, I'm not using Furious Dragon's Ire at the moment right now. Well, I am. But it's only giving each of them 2 turns. This is just an extra way to get more, but it's costing her a good amount of motes, I'll note. Can't do this forever. She only gains her overwhelm of 4, which is enough decisive power to make an attack on the Ashen Ones. And attacks on battle groups at a creature of legendary size gain a +3 damage bonus. As she is effectively doing the Shin Godzilla atomic... Actually, the Godzilla -1 effect comes into play here. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 against the Ashen One's defense of, I believe it's 4 for them. So that's going to be all 9 power plus the 4 overflow.
Oh boy.
So that's going to be a total of 13d10 coming to your guys. Oh, not super great, actually. Even with the 3 damage bonus and the base damage she has of 2. That's only 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage, and they have a decent soak of, I think it's 4, so they only take 4 health levels of damage.
Okay, then.
How this is narrated in character is now is when Stargazer actually fires off a flame of unyielding purity to block the worst of the blow. Some assorted injuries do make it through, and a few, probably one or two people do actually die, and dozens more are burned or receive major bone breakages from a projectile of stardust and tiny meteors being thrown at them. But through the work of your mortal sorcerer second, he manages to save the worst of it. I wonder if we could get an extra boon from freeing her. Boss, we'll hold down the... Should we go for the Sidereal or for them?
So right now, Sidereal is top priority.
The green dipshit on the roof. Got it. You are also a green dipshit, but you are not on the roof.
Yes, that is true. Lythander's not on the roof.
A different dipshit.
Who is also green.
Mm-hmm. Alright, loses a power due to failing that. Next up is, I believe it's just Aura who hasn't, or sorry, Gavel who hasn't acted yet. Still getting that shit wrong. Oh no, wait, didn't you act at the start of the round?
Yes, I did. I used another withering attack.
Alright, in that case, it's Nue, who is gonna skid over to the Ashen Ones and commit a mote to activate Royal Guardian approach as she is getting up a withering attack. Portentous warding defense. Yeah, that's what. Oh no, that's not the one I'm thinking of. It's the integrity. It's the defense charm that shows she can reflexively defend other. That she is using for the Ashen Ones and possibly more on now. Unfortunately, she can't use the Excellency at the moment, so she only gains her overwhelm of 3 as she hurls the Black Bone Spear through the air. Meteor is able to block it, but it throws her enough off her game combined with that and the assault from her Solar Bondmate. Round 3. Everyone regain 1 mote. Gavel gains 2. And you have 1 turn left on Gay Baby Jail.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
And
let me also take smoke regen on the enemies, too.
Who's at power cap besides me?
Aura.
Aura, okay.
Hello?
Lythander wanted to know who was at power cap.
Alright.
Yes, I am.
Because I was gonna say, whoever isn't at power cap should do a withering attack on her to then increase the damage threshold.
Oh, you mean lower her hardness? Yeah, her hardness reset now that it's a new round.
That's why I was saying
so
that
7.
somebody should do a withering attack. And then...
If you guys are at power cap, you can hit her with the decisive, and actually, Connie is hardness 10, so you can hit her with a decisive too if you so choose.
There's no point.
Unfortunately, even if you kill Meteor, that would lift the control, but she would still be obligated to kill you, asterisk, asterisk, asterisk.
Exactly. Asterisks.
Who wants to go first? The Ashen Ones or Nue could go first if you guys can't think of anything. One of them could make a withering attack to maybe lower someone's guard or help. Actually, Nue can try for a gambit, and I think she will be doing so, actually.
Alright.
Spending the 3 power gained on a reveal weakness gambit against she would actually before she acts, she would probably hear Gavel's note to focus on the Sidereal, so she would be targeting that toward Meteor. Rolling her pool on this. Okay, that is a successful reveal weakness on her that is going to be cutting her soak down pretty significantly. Yep, just scrolling to see exactly how much... Yep. Reduces the soak value by 2 for a number of rounds equal to the actual successes. So unfortunately, that does mean that her soak is only reduced to 3. But that is still something, as Nue spits a giant gob of ink and acid from her maw. God knows what shape she's getting that from, but whatever it is, it's gross and fucking nasty and clinging to all of Meteor's clothes, and that is definitely impeding her movement enough for you to get a very good hit on her. However, it's not her turn at the moment right now. Now it is going to be, it's going to be it will in fact be Meteora up next, and she will, just rolling her eyes at all of this and the group still on her, she will try and make a decisive attack on Aura. I'm assuming your hardness is 7?
Just about, yeah.
And she is able to make a decisive on you. And she is going to be, proccing Sever the Thread on this. Spend 1 mote on step 1 of a decisive attack. On steps 3 and 5, the Cid may convert the maximum of 3 of their essence in dice to successes. And they will be doing so. Alright, so they're going to go ahead and roll. What is your defense in this case?
It is 5.
Alright, so 6, 7, 8. So that's going to be a 3 overflow. So 3 of the power... 3 of the damage dice for power will be automatically converted to successes. So 7 plus... Oh, so that's all the overflow, just converted into successes then. So 7d10... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage coming your way.
Okay, so it's I'm gonna eat 4 of those due to my soak, but I will take 5 damage.
Yep. What she effectively does is she punches you right in the fucking jaw. You bite your tongue something nasty. You may in fact lose some teeth, and you are definitely hurt really bad. It will take a few hours for your jaw to reknit itself back into place through exalted healing. She cracks her neck and reens back up and continues to be ready to jump back into the fray. You survived the...
I will also use one of my modes on lethal ground to make her take one level of damage.
Okay. Let me double check what I would be giving her for her health levels. 1 moment. Alright, she takes 1 health level of damage. She's not super tanky. Cids are usually pretty glass cannon-y. As she is,
I thought they drove a fire
what damage?
truck or a garbage truck.
What?
Sids.
Oh, vehicles. Okay. It can vary. In any case,
From Toy Story.
slides a little bit backwards. Winces in pain as some of your fire and a little bit of herb jaw punch gets refracted too, but she's still in the fight. Now it's player action.
Still same round.
Yep.
All right. So I've already gone.
No, I haven't.
Lysander's
Wait,
already gone.
no. Yeah.
Gavel's already gone.
Did you go? It's a new round. Round 3. Only Nue went so far.
Oh. Okay. So
yeah.
Player action. That means I can.
Yes, you
actually
can.
Go.
Although you may have wound penalties to worry about.
One of those is reduced thanks to Phantom Arrow. So I'm at minus 1 for ranged combat opportunities. So let's see here. Still in close range, because that was a close range attack. We're going to reflexively aim. Step 1, Dazzling Flare. Actually, let's see. Step 1, Blossom of Inevitable Demise. It's been one moat. I'm gonna double nines on damage. Reflexively aiming, so I get +6 dice on the accuracy roll, like as a base, which is reduced to +5 thanks to the wound penalties. I also have an automatic 3 accuracy, which I think is boosted to 4 thanks to Phantom Arrow. No, it's boosted. The Overwhelm is boosted by 1. The accuracy would be boosted by 1 against creatures of darkness from Righteous Devil form. She's not one.
No, but she is a loyal servant of heaven, which opens her up to some of Gavel's shit.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else. Dazzling Flare. I haven't rolled the exact attack yet, so let's see. Got 3 accuracy on that. I don't know what piercing does, but I'm sure you'll tell me.
Piercing means that you ignore 2 of her soak, I believe.
Oh, this is fucking awesome! Let's go! I'm about to ignore 3 points of her soak with Dazzling Flare.
You decrease your defense by 1 until the start of your next turn, though.
What?
As a result of using a piercing attack.
That's fine. I don't intend on letting her leave. On letting her live. Let's see. Accuracy on that. That's nice. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11
she
successes on
spends
accuracy.
2 motes on portentous warding defense to make a roll to boost her defense.
Okay.
So how much successes is that? Oh, well, she rolled like shit, so...
11.
Right, so that's 11 total,
11.
so that only gets her, 3... you only get 3 overflow.
That's fine. I'm spending all of my power on this attack. All 10. I'm spending 1 more mote on Dazzling Flare. Step 5, adding a 5 dice bonus to the damage. 3 of these 3 points of that damage are ignoring their soak. For a total of 18 damage so far. No auto damage because my weapon got changed to natural. But let's see what else I can do.
Well, you don't like your natty?
And no, it's okay.
I should note, technically you shouldn't be able to use any of your ranged combat charms through that weapon now, but because of Righteous Devil you can, I think.
Yes, Righteous Devil form allows me to use use my weapons as melee weapons, as if they had the melee.
So
attack.
you're good.
All right, so that's I double 9s on that. Don't forget. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage, and I ignore 3 soak.
Okay. She is going to be spending a mote on Deferred Wounds to deflect some of that damage into the future.
Ugh, I hate Sidereals.
To be fair, this is her last mote at the moment. Just checking exactly. Yep, roll integrity to defer the damage from an attack or non-combat damage into the future. I'm gonna go ahead and check which pool of her she'll be useful for that. Just her secondary pool. Oh! So that is going...
Damn, big
So how
roll.
much damage is that total then? 9, you said?
9 ignoring 3 soak.
Okay, so that would be enough to blank her health track, but, so that is going to be 6, 7, 8, until the end of the next session. As you what kind of killing blow are you trying to go for?
A beam.
You
Final
Alright,
flash.
you shoot a beam straight through her fucking heart, but then it unhappens as she's done the fucking future deflection trick, so you will shoot her in the heart a week from now.
So this reminds me of something, Rex. Do you remember? She was also if I recall correctly, she was also a combatant in the last encounter.
Yes.
And in that encounter, she also used deferred wounds on my burning judgment halo to
this was
defer
Yaktan.
3
This was
levels of
Yaktan.
damage. This was
a couple
Yaktan.
sessions back. Different Sidereal.
Okay.
I was gonna say if it.
I thought that was last session. Because they used the same shit they used on Ruach to give them
in that
an extra
case,
turn, and walked into my
that
burning
would take
judgment
their
halo.
3 damage now, then. Thank you for the reminder.
Yes, I thought because you mentioned it, I thought to remember. I was like, oh yeah, wait, didn't they do that
Yo,
Good eye
imagine
on that,
being a
yeah.
Sidereal and continually doing this only to realize that the next time you wake up, you're actually just dead.
That is a workplace hazard they may have to deal with sometimes, yeah.
Because imagine just Lythander doing the exact same thing and rolling amazingly.
Mm-hmm. Alright, next up is going to be Connie, who is going to... They start every single fucking round with 10 power, and now is going to be the time when they break out their super move, as I scroll back up to exactly what this quality
Why
is.
do they always have 10 power?
As a result of, a quality that is on their sheet somewhere. Let me scroll to this. Living Disaster. There we go. So they start every round with 10 power. Because they're a fucking star giant. Once again, you're fighting a literal star from the fucking sky.
Yeah.
It's under supernatural qualities, I believe. Yep, Wave of Carnage. Spend 5 motes to make an AoE out to long range. A Star Blast against fucking everyone. They spend all 10 of their power on this. Yep.
Question. I'm currently fighting on top of them. Does this also hit... What's her name? Meteora?
Meteora is... Because she is controlling... Because she's in control right now, she's excluding herself from the attack.
Yeah, but how do you exclude yourself from the attack without, or just thinking, okay, I'll do a grapple and just roll Meteor in front of me?
Do it now, Piccolo! Shoot us both!
Like, no, that's actually a serious question here. And without it actually hitting Connie as well. Because,
well,
it might be
the
her
one
own...
emitting the attack.
Yeah. So? Is it coming from her body and just doing a wave, or is it tracking us down and hitting us? If it's tracking us down and hitting us, it's going to hit herself, too.
It's the fucking human extinction attack.
Oh, I have one of those.
Yeah, it's Majin Buu doing this.
Yeah, I have that from Yaktan still?
Life-ending wave, yeah.
And I have the power to use it.
Oh my.
Is that a bad oh my?
Yeah. Alright, that is going to be a total of, 12 successes. What is the highest defense in the group? Nue is going to be using, Portentous Guarding Defense to hopefully bring some of that up, and at least nullify... So the way that AoE attacks work is it takes the highest defense of the group member in terms of the overflow damage. So she's going to be trying to blunt this with spending 2 motes on her end as best she can.
Who has the highest defense amongst us?
Oh, wait, I put in too many dice. She'll have to re-roll.
Watch it get higher.
Wait. Yeah, it's just 11. She can't excellency here.
Never mind.
Oh no.
Well, that's still 2 more defense. So defense of 7. So she only has an overflow of 3 on the overall damage roll. Although that is with 10 power. So 13d10 on everyone.
Oh, okay, that's good. I was like, is 2 successes bad? Because you said it was Nue rolling. I was like, oh no, that's good. Thank God.
Alright, that is going to be 10 damage to everyone.
What?
Ooh.
I'm out.
You could take a dramatic injury to stay in the fight, or someone could donate 10 power to you to get you back in.
That'll be 3 dramatic injuries total.
So
Which
10
you can
damage
do.
to everyone.
Yep.
Alright, I'm knocked out too.
Do you want to take a dramatic injury instead?
No.
You sure about that?
I guess I'll take another dramatic injury. I don't see a way.
Wait,
I haven't
am
been punished
wait,
for
no,
taking
I
a
have
dramatic
I
injury
forgot so I have a hardness of 7
Yet this was a 10 damage.
and
this
I have a
was 10
soak of
power,
4.
Yep, and that's 10 total, so you would take 6 damage.
So yeah, no, I'm good.
You're hurting real fucking bad. But
Even
you're still
so, it's
alive.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm still only at -1 dice.
Do you want to activate Relentless Lunar Fury
Sure,
to
I'm
gain
now.
some power from that?
I'm at max power.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and get knocked
All right.
out.
What's your soak?
4 also,
Ooh.
but I'm at 1 dice. I'm at 2 health levels away from incapacitated because I also took like 6.
Your bones are
damage,
rocks, yeah.
like,
I forgot
the
to mention
turn
that in the
before.
recap.
Oh, never mind then.
Indeed, I'm also gonna have to take a dramatic injury since I have 2 soak.
Wait, what do you mean I was going to be the last one around? That would have been bad. Imagine only having Lythander left, who can't
I have an answer as to what shape the dramatic injury takes.
Your legs break again? The
Nope,
mushroom
I'm pulling
spores
up a
disappear?
GIF. I am pulling up a
Oh no.
tiny gavel.
Oh no.
Oh, like Tiny Luffy.
All of a sudden, Gavel, as the energy of the stars permeates you, you are cosmically reduced to the tiny size.
Hmm.
This means that feats of strength, this won't impact your direct combat effectiveness, but you will be taking, damage or you won't be able to lift heavy objects or do major feats of strength. You'll have a
Okay.
-3 penalty. You are still hale and hearty, but the magic of the stars has rendered you reduced, and this will take time to fix. Lythander can fix this.
I mean, I can fix I have to fix everybody, apparently. No one fixes themselves.
Yeah, you guys-
It's only Lythander who heals.
And this is just the first step of the war against Prasad.
Yeah, it's
And
easy.
the Ashen Ones take the Ashen Ones take 10 health levels of Oh wait, they have a soak of 4, so they take 6 health levels of damage. They're still up. It hurts like actually wait, AoE does deal extra damage. So yeah, 10 health levels of damage, but they are at 16 health, so they still don't have to make a route check because it's not above half.
Thank goodness.
Nue is also hit by that, but because she boosted her... Well, she has a fucking godlike soak. And she is going to be spending 2 motes on Iron Kettle Body to increase her soak against this, so she only takes 4 health levels of damage. She's still up and above half health.
And the issue is that she can continue doing this every single turn, though.
Nope, Wave of Carnage can only be used once.
Oh.
It can be reset if they spend a round without attacking, but they're not going to be doing that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this fight is not unwinnable, it's just really fucking hard. Player action. After all of that shit,
Especially off the back
After
of that. Especially off the back of that original fight we did
after
last
giant
time.
enormous skull beams hit literally everyone on the battlefield.
Lythander will use all of his power to Exalted blast Meteora.
I'm out of here.
Alright.
This is
And yeah,
to
I
hit.
am incapacitated. I'm out of the fight.
So that is 10
You could-
plus 2 from accuracy, so that would be 12.
Yep, spend an anima in order to hit her, but you will be able to do that.
I'm spending an anima.
Alright, so that's 12 total. That's 6 overflow then. So 16 dice.
Yep. Also, you will be suffering a 4 dice penalty for attacking me in combat.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Though I'm not sure if that affects the AoE at all.
It doesn't, no.
Okay. And how many dice? You said 16?
Yep.
Alright. That is 12 plus, I believe, that since this is... I think this is 13.
With the understanding she'll be taking a dramatic injury, how do you defeat Meteor?
I just blast. It's nothing special. Just a blast.
Okay. Just a standard crossfire.
Yeah, what's the most pathetic way to die? That is what I'm doing.
Okay.
It is just a stray shot that hits the eardrum and then explodes.
She is taking a dramatic injury, though. She is defeated.
Alright, so she'll lose her hearing.
I'm gonna fluff it as a little differently, if that's okay for you.
No, I want her to lose her hearing.
Why her hearing specifically?
So that she can't hear because she's all about justice, and, well, you can't hear anything, so you can't say anything.
Actually, the GM is the final arbiter on what shape the dramatic injuries take.
Then don't ask me how I do it.
Nope,
because
I've got it. The Diclov that she borrowed from Yaktan, the End of Joy, the thing that's been making you, like, fucking miserable via making it so you can't make jokes, the sword breaks. She uses it to block the blast, and it shatters. The end of...
still in the fight?
No, she's out of the fight now,
Okay.
as she drains, as part of the exit to this fight, she drains, she drains 4 motes from, Connie, and then uses it to absence out.
Okay.
So, that sword that's been making your life miserable is now no longer a factor for a long-ass time, until it can be repaired.
Gotcha.
Which means you can now make jokes whatever again! Yay!
Whoa.
You don't sound too excited. Additional action, and this is not going to be something super bad that she's doing, but she is spending all 10 of the anima she's gathered as a last thing before she ducks out to activate the greater sign of Jupiter. And what this
get more stupider.
And what this does is, for the rest of the session, actions that attempt to detect, track, investigate, or read the Sidereal or her allies suffer a 3 success penalty and automatically botch if failed. Characters with an essence equal or lesser than the Sidereal are compelled to tell the truth, and any attempt they make to deceive the Sidereal or her allies also automatically fails.
Cool.
Zone
How
of-
does that work with my stuff? That says that I get bonuses. Does
Three-
it just completely negate
You
my
get a
lunar abilities?
No, you get a 3 success penalty on any attempts to lie.
Okay.
If you can, all your social shit can still work as long as you tell the truth.
Gotcha.
Alright, next round, as you'll see Lathander just casually blast, and that casual blaster does enough to splinter major chunks of the End of Joy Diclov. As it just kind of sputters and rusts, and she takes 1 step down, realizes that the priceless sword got real fucked up, and now is a good time to cut her losses, and come back with another scheme as she just bamps out. However, Connie is still under her control despite her no longer being in the scene.
How?
Sidereal martial art bullshit. Remember when I
So
said
what's
this
the
shit's
range on it?
Yes.
So the range is yes. So it's an infinite range skill.
So long as she has the most committed to it still, yes.
And did you say that she lost all of her motes?
Nope, I said
Or,
that she lost free motes. She still has motes she's committed, including the stuff like this.
could have sworn that you said that she ran out before.
She ran out
taking
of
the
3
dramatic injury.
motes. She still has motes committed to controlling Connie.
Okay. So she's not healing at all then, got it. Or attempting to heal.
No.
Or anything.
What do you mean?
So how did she escape if she had no free motes?
She drained 4 from Connie via the connection they have.
Okay. Gotcha. Didn't you say Connie was out of motes as well, too?
Nope, Connie has 19 motes left. For your mote pyramid scheme. And your mote pyramid scheme may come up later as... we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay.
I just realized I could have done something and should have
Well,
done
it can be
earlier.
your turn if you want to take that now. You're now no longer in gay baby jail. Unfortunately, that has happened now that the Sidereal is gone.
I was about to say, and that's the issue, because I was going to use Dark Miracle Mimicry.
Oh, that could have been really good. Does it say the character still has to be in the scene, or does it has to have been used in the same scene, is the question.
The Infernal copies one magical ability from a character in the scene to whom they hold a negative intimacy, so long as the mote remains committed.
See, here's the thing. I would allow that to still work because of the Borderstein of kaleidoscopic logic style. Even if she's not physically
controlling somebody?
Yeah, even if she's not physically in the scene, her will is still present on top of the Devil Star, so that would still work via that.
Alrighty. I'm gonna use Dark Miracle. I'm gonna commit 1 mote to Dark Miracle Mimicry.
Alright, what you want to copy?
I want to copy the body control possessing charm.
Roll me your choice of first step of adventure to unlock the pacifist ending to this fight of convincing Connie to stop fighting.
What do I need to roll again? Sorry.
Your choice of presence or war difficulty 9.
I'm going to do war. I'm going to spend an excellency for this, and that also puts me at iconic.
Yep, it does.
Let's see. And then war plus what?
War plus force.
Okay. Now let's see what we get.
Actually, your social bonuses, your anima bonuses might come into play too.
Okay.
Because you are
6 successes.
And with your anima, that's... I think... Let me check the infernal and active anima effect. It should probably be on your sheet.
Yes, active. Laws of Hell. Rebuking any authority not of the Yozi, the Infernal encourages listeners to exact justice with their own hands. Add her essence and successes on social influence rolls, provoking characters to act of rebellion or anarchy.
Hey, good news! Rebelling against mind control counts.
Let's go!
So that's a success on step 1 of the fucking with the kill contract on you.
Mm-hmm.
As a brief note, Connie has 30 health levels.
Oh, goodness.
A soak of 8, a hardness of 10, defense of 4. But the point is that this is what Nue was talking about in terms of killing her being very fucking difficult. Hence the pacifist run potentially being a good workaround here of, if you could continue to find ways to fuck the contract, that will be the other end of this fight.
Please.
Yeah, that's mainly why I was like, if killing this thing is impossible, we really should just be trying to win through plot progression.
Less plot progression and more passing through all the Fallout dialogue checks, making sure you have enough speech maxed out to talk down Legate Linnaeus. Alright, Gavel, you focus your energy on that SMA trick she was using, and you end up in the fucking sky mentally as you are mentally project yourself into the very stars above, into the prison of the Devil Stars, the roiling literal black hole that they are imprisoned with at all times. Flashing through to Connie's memories of that, you see the mental projection of the Sidereal you punched out, rubbing her wounds and broken bones glare back at you. You can't physically directly hurt each other, but as you are in a mental mindscape, you could definitely fucking tussle for control of this star juggernaut.
All right.
Alright, it is now Connie's action. She has blanked on power for now, but she will just be doing a withering attack on the Ashen Ones. And spending 2 motes on principle of motion to do something else depending on how well that goes for her. Alright, that gets her overwhelm of, I think her overwhelm is 4. Yes, it is. Okay, so... Yep, she's going to be, using that to, enact a, gambit. She's gonna enact, she's gonna spend all 4 of that power to try making the persuasion roll on Aura to pass off the pyramid scheme curse.
I'm dead!
Oh, okay, then she's gonna try gavel, then.
Uh-oh.
As the words of this being enter your minds, now before any means of who kills who, might I interest you in giving some motes to help devil stars in need back in the stars?
So what is it she's asking me
she's
exactly?
asking you to, she's using a quality to make you tithe motes to her brethren. Effectively, she's running she's running a charity scam.
I see.
This is social influence. If you have a major intimacy that could work against this, then you can nullify it.
Let's see. And this is Connie saying
Yep.
this?
This is actual Connie, not under the mind control.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you connecting with her means that she can do this. And as effectively the commercial of the sad puppies is playing, but it's for eldritch monstrosities.
Right. I don't think I have something that specifically would work against Connie here.
What's your major virtue is discipline, if memory serves.
Or yes. Or no, my major virtue is justice. My minor virtue is discipline.
I'm not sure if you might have to tithe the motes, unfortunately.
Yep, that's fine. How many?
Just 2, and take a minor intimacy of sympathy towards the devil stars.
Oh,
because as you see through a bunch of their shit, you're seeing her perspective on... They broke a treaty with heaven, effectively, way back in the First Age, about the standard God-made stars versus what they were made as in the Primordial Age. And they broke it for what they saw as a good reason for trying to fix the world and ease the suffering that the Loom of Fate misfiring and fucking up tried to cause. They were trying to dictate and repair fate as was their initial purpose, but because of political lobbying back in the First Age, they were shut out and goaded into breaking the treaty and thus shoved into jail when they were beaten by the Exalted Host.
I see. Okay, there we go.
Alright, pop 2 motes over at her, although that's less of a problem for you because you have expedited regen.
Exactly.
As you take out your credit card and give her the numbers on the back to set up a mote donation to to the Wounded Stars Project. Not to say the Wounded Warriors Project is just... Well, let's move on from that. In any case, it is now player action. Has anyone knocked on this round aside from the Ashen Ones or Nue? I don't...
Let's see, I did my dark mimicry, but I don't know if that was last round or not.
Okay, I actually have an idea for how the how the NPCs could possibly contribute to Project snapping her out of it. Via Stargazer.
Okay.
Stargazer, via interacting with this entity in dreams, that's how he gained his sorcery. So he is going to try and make a build will action to commune with her and see if that will help in terms of breaking the sidereal control on her. And this will be receiving the drill bonus from our 3 successes from the Ashen Ones general prowess.
Let's go.
Difficulty 5. Holy shit!
Oh my goodness!
Give me a moment to think of what this fucking does, because that is 8 successes, difficulty 5, 3 overflow would be enough to get you guys something pretty fucking good. Let me check what it recommends under the basic venture systems for what exactly this would entail as Special bonuses. I've got it. Spider, via commanding his own, platoon, effectively, of the Ashen Ones. He's the members of the Dajala tribe that the Greater Coalition's part of. They go forward and using their telekinetic power, just tear off a major chunk of crystal growing out of, a Broken Crown's leg. And that is a magical component that is glowing with massive fucking essence outpouring. They've got a one-of-a-kind stellar resource for use in sorcery or crafting or other magical intrigue stuff. Player characters could use this, but this would also be of great interest to the likes of Drew Hugh or Emerald. The other two big artifice bosses you know. They could do a lot of shit with this. So you receive the key item for later.
Okay.
And this will, because of the twinge of major pain from ripping off part of her leg with telekinetic power, that's further towards disrupting the border control. Connie is going to be, Connie will be going again to just take a, I'll have her roll to make a feat of strength on the Dreaming Sea. With double 8s because of her sheer legendary size. And let's have the Dreaming Sea itself roll to resist.
Oh my goodness.
She was trying to drink. She leans down and just declares once again that she is thirsty and just starts to sip the sea. And for one terrifying moment, you see the overall sea levels, as far as the eye can see, start to dip. She was attempting to drink the ocean dry.
Oh my goodness.
This is when numerous maritime gods all across in a sweeping crowd shot, immediately like hands on deck, and there are flashes up to heaven of the entire office of the entire Bureau of Nature immediately starts hitting all the panic buttons, and floodgates begin to open, the entire rainstorms start to coalesce to pour water back into the ocean, and it is happening faster than she could drink it, so she eventually gives up. There was legitimate danger of her just deleting the sea from the Dreaming Sea.
Oh.
Shit could have been fucking bad. But that's that round, and next up is going to be Nue. She's going to be doing a social action of a set up on this for the next stage of the venture. As she grows through her kaiju form, and then just kind of puts her hand on, she does the hey thing. This is what she's doing to the Star Beast. Actually, this wouldn't be using one of her great pools for this, but it's at least the effort that's helping. Okay, that's it. That is enough for at least the base setup. So, on the difficulty of the next venture step to anti-mind control will be lowered by 1.
Okay.
It's now a new round. Everyone regain 1 mote. Player action. 3 steps left in snapping the mind control.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, Aura is knocked out, but someone could donate 10 power to get her back up.
So I'm gonna do the thing that I said in the very beginning of the game. What would I need to do for that?
What was it you said you were gonna do at the very beginning of the game?
You know what I said.
Performance.
Okay.
Finesse.
Alright.
I'm still dead.
I have no power, so I used it all, remember?
Add a dice because of your intimacy towards her now, and a stunt just from the sheer balls of trying to romance the final boss of Bloodborne.
Oh goodness. And I only have 6 power.
Holy shit!
Oh my goodness.
You shouldn't have given me that stunt. Also, this is, so that actually, it's not 12, it's 16.
Because of your anima, that clears 2 steps at once. There's only 1 step left.
Wow! Dang it, Lythander! Wow!
Now, I should ask, do you take any other shapes, or are you standing in your standard just Lythander but big shape?
I'm taking as many shapes as I can go.
Giving her the full Rolodex of the costumes that you have.
Yes.
Gavel, you have a sinking
SSDs is
feeling
kind of
as
a bit
to...
weird.
Gavel, you have a sinking feeling as to where this is leading.
That's fine. I have something for that when it comes around
Because
to my
remember,
turn.
Lythander can't...
This is a victory that was... This is a victory, but at what cost?
Lythander sanity.
No, like that.
Aura.
Well, I don't think it's your sanity so much as your physical integrity that would be at risk with the Devil's Turn, but that's something that would be outside of a Fade to Black anyway.
Yeah.
We might have an episode of Monster Mates about this in the future, though, but anyway.
For real.
Alright. So, a rosy red blush begins to flash over her cheeks as you give the Star Beast the look. Hang on. I'm just also gonna do this out.
Gotta find the expression. There it is.
This is what Lythander does. Alright, in any case, unfortunately, she's gonna make a decisive action attack on Lythander by grabbing his ass with enough force to split mountains in twain. Decisive attack on you. What's your defense?
Sorry, what was that?
What's your defense?
4.
She only gets 1 overflow on this, then. As she is grabbing your ass with enough force to crush mountains.
I cannot scream.
Oh yeah, you've been silenced.
Yeah.
What's your soak?
4.
You take 3 health levels of damage.
Is she taking, in fact, of the hardness of 7?
She has 10 power at the start of every round.
You're right. So I have a soak of 4, defense of 4. I took 3. I have 2 wounds left, or 2 pip, 1 more pip of a minus 2, then I am incapacitated.
Maybe it's for the best you guys didn't decide to put death on the line.
Yeah.
As she... death by... Yes! It is... You are literally risking death by snoo stew, and you're just in the foreplay!
Oh my god.
As she just leans in, it's been so long. Player action! Gavel, you want to go next?
Yep, alright. Oh my goodness. Alright.
You're looking down from the mindscape, and you're just seeing, no! No! You're supposed to get covered in wrong fluid! As you're just seeing media yell, wrong kind of fluid! Wrong kind of fluid!
Alright, so goodness sakes. I have a question.
Yep.
How exactly would Devil Body Incarnation / Demon Emperor Incarnation work in this instance?
If you're trying something physically based in the mindscape, your dramatic injury doesn't apply since this is psychic, but, your emotion presence could help, depending on how you work it into what you're trying.
And that's what I was kind of going for as well, or at least wanting to try and attempt.
Alright, yeah, if you're trying to inspire, like, an aura of fear or something, I could turn that into an opposed check in this venture.
Yes, I would be trying to basically scare the Sidereal out of the mindscape. This is my mind palace now.
Up. Hey, look at me. I captain now.
I am the persona now.
And she's out of motes right now.
It is me.
Alright, what do you say to scare this bitch off?
Get. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to bring a fucking horrific terror from the sky, and you didn't think I wouldn't be involved? Get the fuck out.
Yeah, with the full power of what you're doing and with how south things are going, she gets the fuck out. Fight over.
Excellent. Let's go.
Lythander?
Mm-hmm.
She pulls you into the water. We as the audience don't see whatever happens in there, as that is effectively narrative fading to black. You have ways to breathe underwater, though.
Got it.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
I
whatever
have goals.
happens in there is, Aura, you wake up to New Age just putting a water skin of water in your mouth. So the good news is we won. Alright, good, you're not dead.
Oh no. Why did I have to get hit with 2 of those in a row? After getting hit with another one in the same day? Within like 2 hours?
And she leans down and just grabs your shoulders like, oh god, your bones are rocks. Okay, well the good news is that we did win, and we've driven off the dragon-blooded troops defending the city for now, at least. They might try to retake it. The bad news is that Lythander did his bullshit to do it.
Okay. Bad
And
news
I'm
how?
worried I think he may have knocked up the Star Beast.
Oh.
It's only because you know me, I'm like a hunter of all the weird shit in the Dreaming Sea. I learned enough about reproductive patterns of strange beasts. And that's all I'll say, because if you're already passing the fuck back out now, and she goes and repeats that to Gavel.
You know, I didn't need to know that, but I suppose thank you for now informing me.
I mean, I guess that means we have collateral on her in case she tries to do something else.
Aura shudders. Audibly.
Ugh. I'm not exactly fond of this situation myself, but we're alive and we're okay. Well, most of us are okay.
We do seem to have won. The demon armies took a lot of hits. Unfortunately, first circle demons do die when you kill them, unlike their bigger ones. But the legions under Emerald's command did seem to be able to do their job, and we have the city.
Indeed, that is the important part here.
Can Lythander fix my bones?
Emerald wheels in and she just drags a heap of Stargazer in after her. Your man here was able to achieve something absolutely fascinating from that thing. Where is it right now? Where'd it go?
Gavel points to the water.
Lythander, what's happening in the water? Keep things PG-13. We could say that, like, there's, like, a big water spout, or a weird ripple in the waves, or...
If there's any,
Your call.
If there's any sort of rhythmic splashes coming from the seabed, then that is what...
Perhaps...
Lythander?
Lythander, how long does it take before you come back?
In more ways than one.
Hey,
I don't know. Do you want me to roll?
No.
Okay. It seems like days pass.
I should note, A, because this is Pride Month, but B, because Star Beasts are weird, and C, look at the character portrait of, her exact manner of clothing is, there were some, she doesn't have human scale bits, that's all we'll say, but there are some surprises. But in either case, at least you survived.
Yeah, no, like that's why I was rolling the sagacity to see if I die. Or that's what that roll was.
What do you look like when you get back?
Like a skeleton.
Like Pib from the very
The
end of
life is-
episode 1 of Smiling Friends.
I was
Yes.
thinking the papier-mâché alien.
I look like Pim Charlie. I don't think I can do this,
That
Charlie.
works just as well.
Charlie!
Somewhere you could feel...
I love children, Charlie!
On the first night back, you could swear you have a
God, you
premonition
shouldn't say that.
of Luna themselves looking at you and then just going, nice.
I thought I would be ridiculed and called disgusting for it, but they knew it was the only way I knew to
Oh,
beat
goodness.
this.
Luna would think this is fucking hilarious.
Lythander's just question, is it night?
Yes.
Lythander just does a thumbs up at the moon as his
Perhaps
arm
it's
brittly falls.
because it's a crescent moon, but the moon almost seems to smile back.
Honey, I'm home.
And you thought fucking a dragon was wild in terms of how game bosses can resolve. Fucking the final boss of Bloodborne. Hello.
Lythander just looks at everybody.
His Emerald just looks up. So I'm going to have to interview now on the experience. Here, we're going to a private rooms, because I can tell this is going to bother a lot of people. How many?
42,069.
And she just continues writing down as we're going to fade to black for the rest of the debrief.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Lythander is too stupid to withstand for the infinitesimal impact of interacting with the star being in that manner to affect him.
No, he is not. You can tell he is a different man. The Lythander you knew is actually dead.
Hey, she did fulfill the oath to kill. She did fulfill the oath to kill you. In that case,
yep.
Just in a different way.
Yep.
Epic
the little
win.
death, perhaps.
Epic win.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
If I ever try to do something so stupid like that again, kill me.
Oh, come on. Like, that's ever stopped you.
Don't you dare say that word.
I think Stargazer
It was completely white when I was... It was just so white.
just goes ahead and
It's
puts
slicky.
the dots together and just... How? Like, my understanding is skin-to-skin contact would vaporize you.
You're brave.
Don't underestimate a Luna's regeneration. I looked down as you could see something starting to grow back.
Never say that I didn't tell you so.
It was the only way. Aura.
There were actually
There
other
was-
ways. You just happened to
There
choose
were.
the horny way.
There were hundreds of other ways.
There was no other.
Holy shit!
The fact that you have not yet perished from your misadventures, Lythander, is one of life's greatest enigmas.
Aura, give me.
You know, this is...
Aura, give
this is
me
still-
your flame.
Is Aura still tiny? Or is Gavel still
Aura,
tiny?
give me your
Yes.
flame piece. I no longer wish to have hearing.
Is my flame piece still made of wood?
That's reverted.
Okay, well, here you go. I have to do what you say. That is a part of my contract.
Oh no.
Aura, don't do that, please. Don't give Gavel.
I am
fear that I'll have to
putting
regrow
Gavel's
it.
fate into her own hands.
Also, now it's probably when you notice Gavel's like shrunk to the size of an Ocarina of Time fairy.
Also, what happened to you?
Also, why do you think I did what I did? Why do you think I thought I was alone? I thought, oh hey, maybe I could do this and have one of you survive.
Question: With the devil body, would I still get the size increase or no?
The size increase would bring you from about the size of a baseball to the size of a basketball.
You know what? I'll take it. I'll still take it. So we'll even have the mini astral arms with all the punishment like tools
Yeah.
included.
Yeah.
No, those stay the same size. You can barely use it.
Oof.
Oh goodness. Either way.
Thankfully, Lythander, you're pretty sure you could fix this by just sharing Luna's gifts and just growing her size.
I don't know. She disrespected me.
Oh no. Is Gavel gonna be stuck as a marketable plushie?
Please no.
I don't know what else I can do. I mean, if I try to reshape you, the mushrooms may break apart.
And we won't be able to put those back in
what
again.
about making, I don't know, a thing like the, what is it, the Worst Rider?
Yeah.
What about making something like the Worst Rider that I could control, but just me-shaped?
Are you gonna meet Dave this?
I might have to.
We are Do you know what's the funniest thing?
What?
This was a plot of the Venture
come
Brothers.
on.
Oh my god! Full circle!
Don't worry, we will do the Venture Brothers rewatch podcast featuring no one here because we don't have time. We might do it eventually, but
Speaking of time, though, you won!
Yay.
at what cost? At what cost, though, Rex?
Now here's the question. First question is, I don't know if you see, Broken Crown for not for the rest of this arc, for sure. She definitely swam further off after was done.
Mm-hmm.
She may have left
I mean, I had to do it. It was, and I will tell you the only reason why I had to do it. It's Exalted's. We had to. We're playing Exalted.
At the same time, this is still less out there than the person who made Love to a Mountain. Yes, that's canon. Long processing silence. And also the person who fucked the portal to heaven.
Oh, goodness.
This is much more reasonable. This was at least a person. She passes the Harkness test. And that's all that matters at the end of the day.
But does she pass the Bechdel test?
No.
She was talking a lot about her brethren, which include people of a lot of different genders and presentations up there, so yes. In any case, what do you guys do as you have... What kinds of processes do you guys take to rebuild and assert control over the city that you just conquered? There is an entire ruling body of mortal sages and politicians who have no idea what the fuck to do now that the Dragon Blood Overseer got fucking disintegrated by the Thander, and the rest of the Prasadi Oversight are either dead or retreated. Or are you asserting direct control over the town? Or are you installing a representative from the Ashen?
Yeah, we're gonna make relations with the with the locals.
Yeah, man. Like the whole
Lythander is going to be
whole
doing
point of
a
the-
local food bank.
The whole point of the venture was to like give them independence so that Prasad could leave them be. It would make no sense for us to assert dominance over the place.
We're gonna make
That
an
would make us
alliance.
hypocrites.
Lythander is going to host an election.
Alright,
I'm going to instill democracy.
This was actually one of the few places in creation that already had that.
Well, there we go then.
But it was under Prasadi control.
Was.
Okay, yeah, so you have an election to fill the empty vacant seats, then. It's a parliamentary election, then.
Yeah.
I would ask, do any of the Ashen Ones run for public office?
There's probably at least going to be, I would say, 3. If they're from this area originally, they would probably want to try and run and have their hand in this race.
Okay, I do think that, yeah, and I think they all the Ashen Ones that run probably win just by virtue of, hey, we're part of the army that saved your town from Imperial control. That is a silver bullet like no other in a PR campaign.
Oh yeah,
not even requiring a roll. Interesting tidbits though is I'm assuming you guys spend at least a few weeks of securing the town, rooting out any Prasadi dissidents who are left over, and fortifying for the inevitable resurgent strike that will be coming to try and reclaim the city. A few things become apparent over this minor time skip. The first is that there appears to have been Prasadi activity from the coastline which is weird because they should not have an inroads from there given that Kamthahar is landbound. What people did notice, however, is that there was a very peculiar dragon blood who was leading at the fleet of the raiders, who attacked, injured, killed a couple of fishermen and patrol officers local to the city. Someone who looked like a shark, or rather like a piranha person, a dragon-blooded beast folk, basically made an entire boat out of solid water for them to attack you with. Or an ice boat, rather. Wearing Prasadi royal colors, naturally. So they have another dragon-blood beast folk at their disposal who is fighting for their side, and beyond just that, they seem to be doing just surveillance and recon on you guys in addition. As an additional note, something about some of the stars around you seems odd. It could possibly be Broken Crown's lingering presence. Lythander, you have a dream about an egg.
Is it mine?
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay. I regret all of this. So it is my egg.
It's your child, yes.
I laid it.
You fertilized it.
Got it. So I have created a star child, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you might ruin Mass Effect 3.
Oh no.
Not that that's going to be super difficult. That game was deeply fucked on a number of fronts, gameplay-wise. But anyway. Let's not relitigate a game that is 13 years old.
Okay.
Anything... So, yeah, we're gonna close out for now with... This is the end of Act 4. You guys have successfully made your first strike against Prasad. And now it's just a little bit of an epilogue scene of what is everyone doing to both decompress and help reorganize Madara and plan your next steps.
My bones are rocks! Help!
We'll address all these dramatic injuries at the start of next session because I'm starting to fade and it's getting rather late.
That's fair.
Gotcha. I mean, hey, I have not had a dramatic injury yet. I am almost dead, but...
I mean, you could say child support is your dramatic injury.
That's a child injury to the soul. Or that's a dramatic injury to the soul.
I have a gall. I can hide in there.
Oh, goodness.
Don't worry, I'll be Gavel's ring.
The IRS will never find me, you say, vanishing into your pocket dimension.
Yep.
I'm crazy enough to take on you, Shad, but the IRS? No way!
Why did I do this? I regret everything.
Oh, goodness.
Lythander just falls onto Gavel.
Just imagining that Lythander sleeps for like a solid few days. From sheer exhaustion.
Lythander is in a coma in the gall for a month.
Well, the time dilation no longer works.
No, I know.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, there is a month-long time skip or so. One thing I will ask, Gavel, a new moon will have passed. Do you want to bind a new second circle demon?
Yes.
We will cover that next session,
okay.
And we'll try and workshop who exactly you want to bring to the fore, but over the next month will be calibration.
Okay.
Which could potentially mean a third circle demon.
Ooh.
If you get the requisite charm. You guys don't boost to Essence 5 yet, but you will at some point in the next few sessions.
Okay.
But before any kind of upkeep or thanking patrons, we do have one epilogue scene. As the Rani Satrap hears the reports that Madara has fallen, she starts just eating an enormous amount of medicinal herbs as painkillers just for the oncoming migraine. God's fucking damn it. What are the rest of our options? Oh, yes, of course he'd be here to see me. Send him in. Striding into the... I'm gonna go pull up the picture of this character, because he's actually pretty fucking important. In terms of, like, overall cosmology. As a man with the head of a cow. Yes, I'll just scroll down to antagonists. Almost 10 feet tall, barely able to fit inside the confines of the room. Oh, what do you mean they don't have oh, they should have a picture of him later in the core book. Strides in. Well, I'm here, and you wished for my blessing in exchange for this, yes? What will you give in exchange? You're not the one to make demands, sir. We are... You remember the creation ruling mandate. We are responsible for things above ground. But we could dispense with that, yes, given that you are fighting a demon. Yes, this would technically qualify your auspice, which is why you're here in the first place a lot. Player character Gavel, if nothing else, if she were listening to the scene, would know she's talking to the Southern God of War.
Oh.
And this is what he looks like.
Oh my goodness.
This is effectively one of the biggest cheeses around in terms of the terrestrial bureaucracy. This is one of the highest ranking gods around.
Oh.
Do you want me to send my wife then? Because if I can't directly interfere, fine, you can send your exigent in your place. We'll accept that. I do have one other thing that I believe would be able to help smooth over the little insurgency and protect creation as well. It's the pole, isn't it? Yes. Fragments of it, at least, into a grand weapon that could raise an entire army. And risk bringing the greater dragon of fire himself down on all of us for censorship. It's your kingdom at the line, ma'am. Do it. Alat nods and hurries home back out. As the Rani satrap stands up and turns to one of her ceremonial guards, bring my jade armor, I'll be handling some of this personally. As the ruler of Prasad exits the room. Essence 5 Dragonblood taking the field.
Oh.
Not as priest. And with her comes a lot of her personal weaponry and shit, and she has as in the beginning. Audience members knows what that means. Player characters will find that out later.
Lovely.
But for now, you liberated Madara successfully.
Let's go, team.
There may be some consequences specifically about Lythander's choice on how he resolved that, which has both good and bad connotations for the future. The Dreamy Sea will remember this, but in the meantime, Act 4 is finally complete. Now we're officially in the endgame. We should be able to wrap this up in the next 6 months, I think, guys.
Excellent.
Oh, also, we should wrap up thanking our patrons.
Indeed.
God, I need to update this Patreon. We're like 8 episodes behind on uploads there.
No.
Thank you very much to GB and Storm for supporting us at the 6-sided dice tier.
Woo!
Jojo may be resuming at some point in the future.
Yes, I wanted to make an announcement about that, actually.
Oh, sorry for preempting you.
No, you are absolutely fine. So yes. So starting either late this June or middle to early July, I will have everything ready for the next act for JoJo, which is Black Hole Melodies is the name of that particular chapter.
Oh, fuck, that's good.
The retcon that I had said at the end of the last time we played is indeed taking into effect. You are no longer going to Saudi Arabia. You are going instead to Italy.
Ooh.
And also we will be using a different system instead of the previous JoJo RPG system we were using earlier. We will be using the Eidolon system.
I've been playing in a game of that on the side and can say that it runs a hell of a lot better than the last one we did.
That is fair.
No shame.
Oh man,
No shame that
I
anyone
can't
worked on
wait
that
to be
system, it's just a
Dan
preference thing.
Burnley again, dude.
Yeah, you'll get to be Dan Burnley, and you will get to meet
Yeah.
many, shall we say, interesting characters and themes.
Remember when my entire plot was a girlfriend that never existed?
Goodness. Yes.
That was a very funny bit, to be fair.
It was
But
indeed.
Speaking of very funny bits, next time is going to include all the fucking gaggle of weirdos Prasad has on their Ginyu squad to fight you. You took care of their front line, now is when they send out the real heavy hitters.
All right.
Hit and stop, see you guys then. Thank you for listening to FateBreakers. We here at the Action Economy crew are proud to bring you this and other AP content like Tomb of the Red Giant, the first half of our complete JoJo's Bizarre Adventure AP, as well as Rune Runners, our Icon AP. We'll also have a Patreon by the time you hear this. If you like what you've heard so far, feel free to drop us a little bit of money if you can afford to do so, and we could bring you even more content in the future. APs live and die by word of mouth, so if you liked us, please drop us a follow, like, share, retweet, whatever you could think of to help us out. We are excited to bring you more bi-weekly content in 2 weeks from now for the next FateBreakers, and other episodes time permitting. See you then.